Israel had a really bad day yesterday with 11 Israelis killed and over 50 wounded in multiple attacks, both inside of the Gaza Strip and in occupied Jerusalem. The one occupied Jerusalem took place with 2 gunmen opening fire at several Israelis in the area, killing at least 6 and wounding over 40. And the one in Jabalia was an ambush coming from the Palestinian resistance in an attack against the Israeli genocide forces, not waiting for them to come in. They're going and attacking them. Israel's destroying civilian buildings and boasting about it in social media. And the Palestinian resistance fighters are actually going ahead to locations where there are Israeli terror forces and attacking them. This one happened, and Israel confirmed, by the way, again with the Palestinian resistance fighter throwing or landing, manually putting in an explosive device into a tank, killing everyone inside of it. This happened, and then there was another operation from the Palestinian resistance that thwarted another Israeli operation. This happened in Jabalia, this attack, not in Gaza City. In Gaza City, and all of this Gideon's chariots to talk, or Netanyahu's wheelchairs to Israel's just destroying buildings. So far, they succeeded in displacing a further 4,000 women and children, in collapsing multi-story buildings in Gaza, and boasting about it. Ministers in the Israeli government boasting about destroying civilian buildings that refugees were in, by the way, because they were publishing videos of themselves, and some of them were throwing their belongings outside of the windows because they were warned that Israel is going to destroy it. Israel warned they're going to destroy it within minutes. Families, people, elderly, all of that. So the resistance isn't stopping against Israel, but it wasn't just the Palestinian resistance. It was also Yemen, this time targeting the Dimona nuclear plant. Yemen targeted the Lod airport, the Ramon airport again, and also the Dimona nuclear plant. Now, they did not confirm that they targeted the Dimona nuclear plant. They said that they targeted a sensitive area in Dimona. But in Israel, sirens were heard near Dimona, and other people reported explosions as well. Therefore, Yemen is escalating even further now with Israel, targeting its secret genocidal nuclear facility that no one talks about. I mean, no officials talk about this suspicious nuclear project of Israel, but Yemen went ahead and targeted it. Why, and what does that mean from Yemen? Well, this is an escalatory move coming from Yemen against the genocide state, and this represents a direct confirmation from them and adherence to their previous promises that they will continue escalating against the genocide state. We had multiple attacks in hypersonic multi-warhead missiles, drones. They sent dozens of drones through the Sinai Peninsula. Then they sent drones that Israel could not intercept that actually hit the Ramon airport. Now they're targeting the nuclear facility. They're telling Israel that no matter what you do in Yemen, no matter what you do in terms of your escalation, we will continue to attack you and we will continue to escalate against you. We have more surprises for you, and you don't have an answer for the surprises that we have in place for you. Otherwise, how can Israel, with all of its technology, all of its protection, and all of its capabilities, not be able to even intercept something like that in some of its strategic bases, some of its strategic airports? How can they let Yemen go ahead with these attacks without any answer whatsoever? Clearly, they have limits. They have limits in terms of their capabilities, and we can see those limitations happening inside of the Gaza Strip. A campaign targeting innocent civilians, a campaign intended to commit genocide against the population and destroy the civilian infrastructure. Now, what people need to remember is all of that is because Benjamin Netanyahu wants to prolong this war for his personal interests. Benjamin Netanyahu wants to remain the leader of Israel or the king of Israel for the rest of his life. He is facing corruption charges. He has more charges against him. The BB files that was published and then removed literally from everywhere, now you have to go and actually buy it from the producers themselves, showed exactly how corrupt this man is and how much he is prolonging this war for his own campaign and his own interests. But he also has his beliefs that he needs to be the new King David, as he sees himself, and prolong this war and expand the lands and territories of the state of Israel. And despite the fact that you're talking about a war criminal wanted for the ICJ, he is still being enabled to continue with this genocide. Now, all of the talk, because there have been talks now about the United States coming up with a new proposal, none of that is serious. Donald Trump is becoming more ridiculous than Benjamin Netanyahu with the proposals that he's giving to the Palestinian side. They are not giving anything of substance, to a level where now they're even shocking the Qatari and Egyptian mediators. Both Qatar and Egypt were surprised by these offers coming from the United States that only talk about what Israel wants and not declaring anything to do with the ending of the war, Israel withdrawing from Gaza, allowing aid in, rebuilding Gaza, nothing. The only thing, release the Israeli prisoners of war, all of them dead and alive, on the first day, in exchange for several thousand Palestinian prisoners, who Israel will probably kill the next day anyway. It won't force Israel to withdraw from Gaza. It won't force them to stop the genocide. The only thing he's giving is a vague promise that, the negotiations will continue so long as the ceasefire will continue, so long as the negotiations to end the war continue, or the cessation of hostilities. They're coming up with all sorts of terminology now to try and convince the Palestinian side. It isn't going to work. And it just proves time after time that the real intention of the United States and Israel is not to de-escalate, but to escalate even further.